Did you ever wonder what would happen if the Speaker Titan was never turned into a zombie? What differences do you think that would bring to the plot of the series? And most importantly, would the Siren Titan still take his place? Or what do you think the Alliance would be doing differently? Well, after spending hours thinking about this, I finally figured out how the story could play out. And I could say there are multiple ways this would really impact the plot of the series. And I bet you would even be very much happy about one change in particular, as our Speaker Titan wouldn't be having this scary, disgusting face to begin with. But seriously now, let's find out how the Speaker Titan could even avoid getting infected in the first place before anything else. And you see, in the original story, the Speaker Titan became infected earlier in the series, just as he arrived at the Alliance base, due to the fact that it was that same moment the computer systems in the base were hit by virus 19, which later caused an outbreak that almost got everyone infected inside the base. Soon, a large group of infected characters could be seen to have rushed the Speaker Titan and eventually got him infected too. However, there is this way we could make the Speaker Titan escape from being infected. And in this scenario, we could just assume that instead of the Speaker Titan to appear earlier in the episode, his appearance would be a little bit delayed, and thus he did not come in episode 8, as even his earlier appearance in the original series was not much of an impact, but only for him to come at the wrong time and became infected just immediately. Okay, seems that scenario was cool, and since we have now successfully escaped the Speaker Titan from being infected, the question now should be, what happens next, right? Yeah, and well, we could say there's nothing really much again in this episode, since the Speaker Titan would not be seen. But one thing is, the Alliance base would still definitely be compromised, just as it did happen in the original series. And at this point, you can probably guess what's coming in the next episode, right? As instead of seeing the Super G-Man battle the infected Speaker Titan, we'd see him focused on helping the Alliance members to successfully evacuate the base. The defensive barrier that was originally breached by the infected Speaker Titan's core blast during his fight with Super G-Man would hold up much longer here also, keeping the toilet zombies at bay for a while. And as a result, the evacuation would go much more smoothly than in the original series, where our POV character ended up fighting off zombies to save his bald-headed Skibidi friend. However, episode 11 would be the perfect time to introduce the Speaker Titan. And instead of seeing him go head-to-head with the Super G-Man though, they team up to take down the infected chainsaw toilet. Plus, the Super G-Man wouldn't lose as many upgrades this way, since in the original series, he only lost them due to the high threat levels from both the Jackson Skibidi and the infected Speaker Titan. This time also, with the Alliance aware of the zombies' danger, they'd give the Speaker Titan quite some fitting upgrades that would help him stand a better chance against any threat. And we may even get to see some of the cool weapons used by the Speaker Men much earlier in the series. And as for the Drill Titan, he'd still appear later on, but by the time he shows up, they would definitely have finished off the enemies. However, this is where things would really start getting interesting, as the Alliance together would be able to totally change the course of events from episode 13 to 22, due to the fact that the infected Jackson Skibidi and the others in episode 13, which later led our POV to the creepy infected Speaker Man base, wouldn't be much of a threat to the three Titans. Well, you know what that means, right? The Drill Titan wouldn't get infected either, and the Speaker Men wouldn't be appearing that much earlier. Instead, we would be quickly teleported by the TV Man to the location where the camera and the TV Titan were then. In episodes 23 and 24, the battle featuring the powerful G-Man, Camera Titan, and TV Titan against the infected Skibidi Scientist would play out very differently. With the combined strength of the Alliance, the Skibidi Scientist would likely be defeated much earlier. And I want you to pay more attention to this, as in episode 25, the TV Titan would not be infected any longer, as the Scientist wouldn't have had the chance to meet the Astro Toilet in episode 21 to spread the infection. And instead, we would see a fully healthy squad ready for action. Additionally, the fight between TV Titan and the infected TV Man would still be plausible. However, in this alternate scenario, the whole squad would join the fight, unlike in the original story where the TV Titan fought solo. And overall, every other event would likely follow a similar path to the original, with the infected Skibidi Scientist puppet being destroyed, while his true body would still likely manage to escape. Yeah, he'll probably have that plot armor, since he's now likely the only major threat to the Alliance. And there wouldn't be that much need for the Base Clock Titan and Siren Titan to appear in episodes 26 and 27 again, while every of the epic battles that also took place from these episodes to episode 46 would definitely be suspended, as all were based on the infected characters and all that. But one thing that would have happened instead is that the Scorpion upgraded version of the infected Skibidi Scientist would be seen much earlier in this scenario, as the Plague Doctor would not in any way find it easy to infect any of the Titans. But would the Alliance be able to do this on their own, seeing that even in the original story, it actually took the upgraded version of the Camera Titan, Cameraman, G-Man, and the Astro Duchess to overpower the Scorpion version of the scientist. Anyway, I would say this might be kind of tough in the very first place. But in the end, their sheer strength would definitely be powerful enough to bring down the Scorpion version of the scientist. However, this might not just come with the disinfection mindset, as there wouldn't be that much space and serious threat for the Alliance in first place to go for the virus vaccine within this very short period of time. However, check out this video to know if the real-world army could stop the zombie apocalypse.